I'm Yanis Yanguar, and in this sophomoric guide to D&D 5e Quickie, we're going to look at the appendix real fast. We're going to look at conditions specifically. You can find this in the Player's Handbook 290 to New 92. The order that I'm going to be doing this in is going to be slightly different than what's in the book, but you'll understand why when I do that. Let's start with number 1, Invisible. The invisible condition is personally one of my favorites. An invisible creature is an impossible see without the aid of magic or special sense. So for example, blind sense or blind sight would come into play here. For the purpose of hiding, the creature is heavily obscured, so things are blinded to it. Gotta keep that part in mind, but not this type of blinded. The creature's location can be detected by any noise it makes or tracks it leaves, so a good perception check could still find you. Attack rolls against the creature have disadvantage, and the creature's attack rolls have advantage, so a rogue that has visibility casted on it, it's just a thought. Wizards, rogues, BFFs, I'm just saying. Number 2, we're going to look at blinded and deafened. I think it's pretty obvious why I grouped these two together. The blinded condition means a blinded creature can't see and automatically fails any ability check that requires sight. You can't make a perception check to see a creature, but you could technically make a perception check to hear the creature, and that's why this next one comes in handy. The attack rolls against you will have advantage, however, conversely, the creature's attack rolls will have disadvantage. That's why you can actually still hit, because you can still hear and have a general idea of where the creature is. Say if you got, blinded in the middle of combat as you're fighting. Similarly, a deafened creature is a creature that can't hear and automatically fails ability checks that require any hearing. So similarly, you can make a perception check, but you can't use a perception check to hear anything, only to see something. Number 3. Charmed, frightened, and poisoned. They're alike enough. Trust me, you've probably heard it a lot. What does it mean to be charmed in D&D? A charmed creature can't attack the charmer or target the charmer with harmful abilities or magical effects. The charmer has advantage on any ability checks to interact socially with the creature, and that's why charm is the bard's best friend. Next we have frightened. A frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within its line of sight. The creature can't willingly move closer to the source of its fear. A poisoned creature has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. Done. Next up is prone. Prone creature's only movement option is to crawl, unless it stands up and thereby ends the condition. 2. The creature has disadvantage on attack rolls. And 3rd, attack rolls against the creature has advantage if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature. Otherwise, the roll has disadvantage. That is, melee attacks at 5 feet, or 10 feet if you have a spear, is with advantage, but if you are using a bow, it's at disadvantage. Coincidentally, the next one is Exhibit E for Exhaustion. That was an accident. This one's very fun, but it is a very underused mechanic. Exhaustion. Some special abilities and environmental hazards such as starvation and the long-term effects of freezing or scorching temperatures can lead to a special condition called exhaustion. Exhaustion is measured in 6 levels. An effect can give a creature 1 or more levels of exhaustion as specified in the effects description below. Now these are, as I said, these are 1 to 6. 6 is death, so we're going to go 1 to 5 is the ones we're going to worry about. Level 1 is disadvantage on any ability attacks. That includes initiative rolls, because initiative rolls are ability checks. Level 2 is half speed. Level 3 is disadvantage on attack rolls and save and throws. Number 4, that's half of your maximum HP. And then level 5 is 0 speed, so you're practically standing still. And then level 6, well, we've already discussed that one. If an already exhausted creature suffers another effect that causes exhaustion, its current level of exhaustion increases by an amount specified in the effects description. A creature suffers the effect of its current level of exhaustion as well as all lower levels. For example, a creature suffering from level 2 exhaustion has its speed halved and has disadvantage on ability checks. An effect that removes exhaustion reduces its level as specified in the effects description, with all exhaustion effects ending if the creature's exhaustion is reduced below 1. Finishing a long rest reduces the exhaustion of a creature by 1 level, provided the creature also has ingested some food and drink. Also, being raised from the dead reduces a creature's exhaustion by 1. 6. Grappled and Restrained. Grappled is really simple. You really don't need to worry about any of this besides just the first line. That's all that matters. A grappled creature's speed becomes 0 and it can't benefit from any bonus to its speed. Obviously the condition ends if the grappler is incapacitated. The condition also ends if an effect removes the grappled creature from its reach. A restrains creature's speed becomes 0 and it can't benefit from any bonus to its speed. Sounds familiar, right? However, additionally, attack rolls against the creature have advantage and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. The creature also has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws, so it's almost like... And lastly, I have these beautiful 5 that I grouped together because they all have a very related specific condition. We're going to go with unconscious, stunned, petrified, paralyzed, and incapacitated. These are going to be probably... Some of these are really common. So incapacitated is a very common state. Same with unconscious and potentially stunned, and I wish paralyzed happened more often. Petrified is not so much. Petrified. A petrified creature is transformed along with any non-magical object that it's wearing or carrying into a solid inanimate substance, usually stone. Its weight increases by a factor of 10 and it ceases. A creature is incapacitated, can't move or speak, and is unaware of its surroundings. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage. The creature is automatically fails its strength and dexterity saving throws. The creature has resistance to all damage. The creature is immune to poison and disease, although a poison or disease already in its system is suspended but not neutralized. Next, we have Paralyzed. A paralyzed creature is incapacitated and can't move or speak. The creature automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage. Any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of said creature. Next, we have Stunned. A stunned creature is incapacitated. It can't move and it can speak only falteringly. A creature automatically fails its strength and dexterity saving throws. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage. And then we have Unconsciousness. An unconscious creature is incapacitated, can't move or speak, and is unaware of its surroundings. The creature drops whatever it's holding and falls prone. The creature automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage. And lastly, any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature. And lastly, we have Incapacitated. An incapacitated creature can't take actions or reactions. And that's why I saved this one for last, because all of them contain the line of being incapacitated. And that's my review of conditions, which again you could find in the Player's Handbook on pages 290 and 292. See you next time.